Okay. So hi, good evening. Welcome everyone. It's really good to have everybody here. Our our speaker is here with us already, so I don't want us to waste time. I would have really loved for us to wait for every other person to join because I don't want anybody struggling to catch up with us later during the class. But then I think we can just go ahead. So welcome everyone. It's good to have you here. Today we'll be doing introduction to sorry. Okay. So introduction to paid ads with Ada. As many of you already know, my name is Glory. I'm the community manager of Sokosq Network. And Ada will be taking us on paid ads today. Like I already said, we'll be having quite a number of classes on this particular topic, right? But then we're starting with introduction for today. So Ada, I don't know if you are ready for us. I think you can take over if you are. We're ready for you if you're ready for us.
All right. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Can everyone hear me?
Yes,
if you can hear me.
Can.
Okay, great. I don't know, it feels like my internet is acting funny today, but let's see. We'll be able to manage it. So, as Glory has said, I really hope this is like the most of us because I don't want to get started and then people get lost because they're joining in the afternoon, in the middle of the class. So we are going to be talking about Facebook ads. This is going to be the first of maybe 5 different classes, right? And the reason why I'll be breaking it down for us is because I don't want to bombard us with a lot of information at the first stage, right? So at the end of every class, we would give you a take home, probably a material to read or maybe an assessment or something, right? So that you can just keep your memories refreshed because it's very, very, very important that you have a full understanding of what we're trying to teach. So yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes,
we can see it. We can see it.
Great, awesome. Okay, so I called this class or today's class Facebook Ads 101. It's the theory part. So today I'll just be talking about what is Facebook ads. Many of us already know, probably have an idea of what Facebook ads is, right? Some of us don't know, but I'll be talking about what Facebook ads is, the meaning, probably show us the interface, right? Tomorrow's class, I'll be talking about Facebook ads objectives, right? And then our next class will then be the practical part where we have a live Facebook account and each of us needs to create our own account so we can also follow through with the practical course. So let's get started. Please, my class is always very interactive. Pay attention because I'll ask questions. And when I ask questions, I can pick anybody randomly from the audience. So if you know that you are distracted or you are not interested in class, you can maybe drop off. But if you're in this class, please pay attention so that we are getting everything from this class, right? So what is Facebook ads, right? There is this screenshots you can see on my screen here, just past markets. A lot of us are used to things like that, and most of us have actually maybe tried running these ads, right? So but this is a typical representation of how a Facebook ad looks like, right? There is the business or the account running the account, running the ad, and then there is an indication that it is a sponsored ad showing that, oh, this is an ad. There is a text here that gives probably a representation of so that just gives an idea of what the ad or whatever the picture, the creative is, and then there's a call to action telling people what they what we want them to do. So this is an ad by Jasper's Markets. You can see here that from the picture, Jasper's Market probably sells organic foods, right? Or fruits. You can see fruits, live, fresh stuff, right? And probably Jasper's Market, if I'm not probably, from this ad, you can see what goal Jasper's Market wants from this ad, right? They want people to be able to come to their physical store, which is why they said they use the get direction objective, right? How else can you know that they want people to come to their store? You can see that they have a primary text that says, come to Jasper's for great organic food at unbeatable prices, right? Because they know that, oh, they want to be able to reach a lot of audience, not just people that are following them and people in their within their immediate account, right? They decide to run ads, right, and drive traffic to the. So that's when I say Jasper's Market during the class, you can understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so introduction. So what is PPC, right? Let's start from the beginning. Facebook is a pay-per-click marketing channel. If you have been following our classes, I was one who taught us introduction to digital marketing, where I explained different types of different channels. We spoke about social media, we spoke about content marketing, and we spoke about pay-per-click marketing. Right? So Facebook is a pay-per-click marketing channel. This means that you'll be paying every time somebody clicks on your ads. You can also be charged based on ad impressions, video views, and other metrics. But the goal is that you are paying Facebook for every metric that you want to be tracked. Does that make sense? Having a solid Facebook PPC, that's like a pay-per-click strategy, helps you to get more people to your website and increase the sales revenue, right? So let me make this very easy for us. People are like, why am I even running ads? Why should I run ads? Why can't I just try and grow my followers to 3,000 and be advertising to them? So let me give you a typical breakdown, because there are a lot of things that are not even on my slide here that I'll be saying. So please make sure you're taking notes, right? So here's how the algorithm works. For accounts below 10,000 followers, right? Facebook shows your ads to not more than 20% of your audience, right? So meaning if you have 2,000 followers, only 200 people are able 200 of your followers are able to see your posts organically, right, at a time. So that is why Facebook then devised pay-per-click to be able to allow users, right, their platform users, to reach more people aside or outside of their 10% or their 20%. So you trying to run a Facebook ad is sort of having a contract, right? You are signing a contract and saying, okay, oh, Facebook, I sell bags. My store is Nkechi's fancy bags. So Nkechi Fancy Bags wants to reach more than 20% of my followers, right? And here's what you're going to do. So I'm going to pay you, right, to be able to reach 1,000 people. So for every 1,000 person that my store reaches, I'm going to pay you, right? And the sweet thing about this is that you decide what you want to pay. Do you understand? So let's say your goal or your ad goal is reach, right? You can then tell Facebook that, oh, I only have 1,000 naira per day. So here's my 1,000 naira. Let me know how many people this 1,000 naira can reach. And then Facebook carries your ads and shows it everywhere, right? At the end of the day, you are paying 1,000 naira for the number of people that your ads have reached. And that is a typical representation of pay-per-click, right? I also put something down here that says, having a solid, mute your mics, please. So I also put something that says, having a solid Facebook PPC strategy helps you to get more people to your website and increase the sales revenue. So what I'm trying to say is that there is more to just running ads, right? Your strategy is all that matters. If you've been following our classes, for every class we hold, we always talk about strategy, right? Knowing your audience, knowing your content type, knowing your strategy, knowing your tactics, knowing what you want to achieve at the end of this campaign, right? So all of those things also apply when running a Facebook ad. You must have a PPC strategy. Sorry. So why should you use Facebook marketing? I already spoke about the algorithm. Now let's talk about statistics. Firstly, over 80 million businesses are already on Facebook, and this statistics was like as of 2022, right? and around 1.8 billion users across Facebook at least once per day. So meaning there are 1.8 billion people your business could reach every day, right? And 80 million business owners are already utilizing these platforms. And at least 17% of users join Facebook to connect with brands and products. So 17% of 1.8 billion, I'm talking about over 100 million users every day. They come to Facebook just because they want to either buy something or shop for a product or just look at a brand, basically. So in other words, businesses are actively pursuing customers across this social media platform. So it makes sense to build your own presence there. Let's look at 2023's statistics, right? So it says 1.7 billion daily active users, right? 17.4 billion in ad revenue. This was even 2020, not even 2023. So 17.4 billion in ad revenue during Q1 of 2020, meaning people that have sold on Facebook, when they calculated is $17.4 billion were accounted for. And these are just the ones they can see, because some people, they do like Jasper's Market, right? It drives traffic to his store. Facebook cannot tell if 10 people came to his store, how much did they buy? So this is the one that they could track online, right? Then more than 80 million businesses use Facebook page already. So we already spoke about that. The average cost per click, that's a CPC. Please take that down. CPC is cost per click. That means how much does it cost for one customer or one visitor to click on your ad. So the average cost per click on Facebook is $1.72 dollars. Please, this is for US, not Nigeria. If you have to look for Nigerian statistics, CPC is around 20 naira, right? Meaning it can take as low as 20 naira for visitors to actually click on your ad and visit your website or visit your social media profile, right? And 86% of the US marketers are using Facebook for advertising. So Facebook is the place. Does that make sense? Facebook ads is the place for you to put your business. Everybody's on social media for one reason or the other. And I see no reason why your business should not be in face of the people. So now that we've spoken about statistics, we'll talk about types of Facebook ads, right? So when running a Facebook ad, I say, okay, yeah, I want to run a Facebook ad, but what kind of Facebook ads do we have? Which one can I explore? There are different types, right? The first is the image ads, right? Image ads, these are static, static image ads are ideal for driving traffic to your website or page in the case. They must be in JPG or PNG format, and the headline should not exceed 40 characters. It's just like Jasper, right? This is a typical image ad, just having your picture, right? Or whatever you want to advertise, one single static image, and then having your headline or your text that's no longer than 40 characters. So that is image ads. Please, if you have any questions, just be dropping them in the chat so that we don't forget them. Then video ads. With video ads, you can showcase a product, promote customer testimonials, or boost your brand. Video posts in general have a 6.09% engagement rate on Facebook, which is impressive, but you will lose viewers if it's a poor quality video with an unclear message. So remember our last class? How many of us attended our content marketing class? Please drop it in the chat. I want to know how many of us here attended the content marketing class where we spoke about creating content and all. Please drop it in the chat if you attended our content marketing class. Okay, great. Who else? Okay, awesome. So the reason why we started with teaching you introduction to digital marketing, then we taught you social media, then we taught you content marketing, is because everything connects, right? I remember when I was teaching content marketing, I spoke about how videos in general do better than normal images, right? And even the algorithm for organic posts on social media, you see people doing more reels, right? Yes. Please mute your mic if you're just joining us. Thank you. So you see people doing more reels to get more organic traffic and all of that, right? That is because in general, Facebook, not just even Facebook, across social media platforms, video actually have higher percentage in engagement rates. But if you are doing a video ad, just make sure that it is straight to the point. It is very, very, very clear. Quality is all that matters, right? People also make sure that people should get the message in the first instance, right? So that they don't just lose interest and just leave your ad, right? So now we're talking about image ads, we're talking about video ads. I think the next one would be, carousel ads, right? So how many of us know these ads that we should know what carousel is, right? But carousel ads are uploading multiple angles of what product you're trying to sell. So maybe you are selling, you sell bags, right? And there is this particular design and you have like six different colors of the bag, right? A carousel ad is perfect for that kind of ad. The front is the red, the second slide is the yellow, and then people are scrolling through and they see different colors and it make them want to buy. So with carousel ads, people can scroll through a host of images to see the same products from multiple angles. While this is great for e-commerce, like I said, if you are selling bags, shoes, e-commerce, it is actually the best option apart from aside video, right? Carousels, however, are not ideal for showcasing different products or listings, right? So imagine let's say you provide service, right? Or you're a real estate person and then you want to run an ad, a carousel ad. You now come and list 5 different properties: property in Ikoyi, property in Victoria Island, property in Lagos mainland, and there are different properties. It won't convert, right? Because what you should be doing ideally is having one property, and as they scroll, they are seeing the bathroom, they are seeing how many rooms, they are seeing the pool, they are seeing the garden view, right? So anytime you want to run a carousel ad, make sure it is this different angle of the same products, right? So that you don't confuse your audience. So this is best practice. Sorry, I'm trying to read through the chats. Okay, someone says she's just joining. Yeah, sorry, just you would get a hang of it. We've not gone so far. So we spoke about what Facebook ads are, and now we are talking about types of Facebook ads. Spoke about image ads, video ads, and now carousel ads, right? So then collection ads. These ones are very rare. People don't really use them like that. So collection ads are almost like carousel, but it has more character, right? So in image collections are great for showing products in your e-commerce store, but as with image ads, you are limited to a short headline and a 125 character primary message, so that they are not suited for conveying much information. So collection ads is just majorly for e-commerce. You can actually upload a lot of images at the same time. Unlike carousel, I think it can only take 10 products at the same time. But collection, you can upload, I think, up to 25 or so, right? But then Facebook now shows these products as a collection. So let's say you're a fashion designer and you release a new collection, maybe, and there are 4 different dresses in the collection. You can just name it and say, oh, there are a lot of dresses in the collection. You can just say, oh, the Amaka dress collection, and then they can see all of the collections there, right? But it's majorly for e-commerce. So but what you should be concerned with is the image ads, video ads, and the carousel ads. Please, are we following? Do we have any questions so far before I move out of the types? Okay. Someone said I should explain more on carousel. All right, I'll explain. So the person who is saying that the texts are tiny, I think maybe you're using your phone. Can you try to zoom on your screen? Because it's large enough. I'm using my, yeah, exactly. So zoom in so you can see better. So let me explain carousel a little bit more. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So look at this image, right? Like I said, carousel ads are different angles of the same product. So you can have 4 to 10 different images in a single ad. And then people are swiping through. You know, normally when you post on Instagram, right? People can scroll through your a carousel. You have like 4 different images, 5 different images in one post. That is a carousel, right? So in an ad setting, carousel ads are used to show different angles of a product. So let's say you sell okay, let's say you offer digital marketing service, right? And then the cover image says learn digital marketing for just 5,000 naira. Swipe, and then they swipe. The next screen says what you will learn would be social media, right? They swipe again, learn paid ads. They swipe again, learn email marketing, and at the end you now see all for 5,000 naira. So it is used to give more details on the subject matter or the products in question. Another example is someone who sells bags, right? I already use that. Let's say you sell a bag and you have 3 different colors, right? Or you have a particular type of bag or cloth that has different prints but the same clothes, right? The first page will be maybe the finest one. You now say, oh, shop from the mango shaped bags available in different colors. Swipe, right? And then they swipe, they see the pink, they swipe again, they see the black, and they keep swiping and they see all the different colors. And at the end of the swipe, they said your last slide says going at 10,000 naira, right? That is an ideal carousel ad. So I also said that is best practice, but some people run carousel ads without knowing the best practice, right? Meaning you can have like you can sell clothes, right? And then you want to run a carousel ad. The first is a gown, the second is a trouser, the third is a top, and they're like different things. They don't link. Yet you just like you just want to run ads and show them different carousels, right? And you're advertising different products. When you say the gym, you say buy this gym for 3,000. The next one, buy the top for 10,000. It is not ideal. The only time maybe you can even do that will be if you are maybe advertising bill, right? You want to sell bill and they're like different clothes, and at the end of it say, oh, all these clothes are inside the bill, right? That's the best practice. But it's not ideal for you to have different products on a carousel. It has to be the same product, the same service, but from different angles. Does that make sense? Carousel ads, do they use pictures or videos? Mostly pictures, right? Mostly pictures. I think that's best. If you want to do a video, then in fact just use pictures, don't use video, because you know what video will do for you. So before people are finished watching your video, they either get the message or they are uninterested. They won't bother swiping to the left, right?
Hi guys, can you hear me? I want to be sure if I'm the only one that's not
Yeah,
hearing her again.
I can hear you,
Yes,
but
I
I
can
didn't
hear
hear
you.
others.
Okay. Then I think we should just give her a few minutes. I think she's having issues with her network. Let's just give her a few minutes to join back. Welcome if you're just joining. Sorry, our speaker is having little issues with her network. So we are giving her a few minutes to join back. So that this place doesn't remain so quiet. I know we haven't gone. Okay, I'm seeing a question about how long has the class started? We haven't gone so far, so I think you should be able to catch up.
Okay, can
Okay, she's
everybody
back. Yes, we can hear you. Ada. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I don't know, it's raining here, so the internet is quite horrible. So let me go back to share my screen. Please, at what point did we lose me?
Carousel, the picture slide.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me present my screen. Thank you so much. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I guess I had already explained the carousel, right? But in summary, image ads are, I think I was answering a question then. So image ads are ideal for carousels. Do not use videos do not use videos in a carousel because it is not ideal, right? Yeah, so do we have any questions before I go over to the next? So I have a question. So as a makeup artist trying to promote her page using a carousel, does it really matter to use pictures of different makeup looks or the same exact look with different pose? Yes, you can have different makeup looks, right? In fact, that's an ideal concept, right? So far, everything is for the same goal, right? What is the messaging? You're telling them book a makeup artist, right? See our different looks, and they swipe and see different looks. Or you're telling them different bridal looks that we offer, and then as they're swiping, they're seeing different bridal looks. So it is very ideal for you to use different looks. Another one is you can still use the same exact look with different poses just to show different angles. But if people can see everything in one picture, then I don't think there's any point for you using the same exact look with different poses. So I think the most ideal in your case would be using pictures of different makeup looks, all for the same purpose. Does that make sense? Great. So I'll be moving over to the next. So let me just summarize before I go to the next steps. So what did I do at the beginning of this class? I explained a simple ad that we had at the front. That was just past markets. We spoke about the call to action and everything, right? I explained that ad. Then I also gave an overview of why you should use Facebook ads, right? Your potential reach and your potential competitors, that's your fellow business owners who use Facebook ads. I also mentioned the problem of not being able to reach more than 20% of your followers due to the Facebook and Instagram algorithm. So it is ideal that you run Facebook ads, right? Then I explained the concept of pay-per-click. That's PPC, right? And I gave a scenario where I said pay-per-click is like getting to an agreement with Facebook and then telling Facebook that, okay, so I want to reach a number of people, right? And I have so amount. So is it that you tell Facebook, oh, I want to reach 1,000 people, and Facebook will tell you, oh, this is how much you can pay, or you say, oh, I have 1,000 naira, and Facebook runs and you pay only when your goal is attained, right? So that's what a Facebook ads PPC is. And then Finally, I explained the types of Facebook ads. I spoke about the image ads, video ads, carousel ads, and collection ads. And now we are on the carousel ads. So the next for us would be steps to start your Facebook marketing. Mind you, this is just the theory, right? We are going to have a follow-up theory Facebook marketing class, and then we'll do practical. So please pay attention. If you don't get this theory part, you'll be able to get the practical class. Okay, so steps to start Facebook marketing. First is you have to create a Facebook Manager account. So how do you do that? So let me probably explain something, right? Facebook marketing is, like I said, paying Facebook money to show your ads to more people, right? It is entirely different from just posting on your Facebook page or your Instagram page, right? Of course, there is the whole boost option, promote option, but those are just normal promoted promoted posts, right? The real Facebook marketing happens on the Facebook marketing dashboard, which is Business Manager. So for you to be able to start Facebook marketing, it has to start on Business Manager, right? So how do you get started? Normally, you have a Facebook account, your facebook.com, you have created your Facebook, probably your personal account, and then you have created a business page, right? All you have to do is create a business manager account. So since you are logged into facebook.com on your URL or on your phone, you go to business.facebook.com. Please take down the URL business.facebook.com. Make sure that you are logged into your Facebook account. This is how it looks like. Right? Makes sense. This is how you go to facebook.com, you'll be taken to this page, right? Log in, so you have a business. Perfect. Give me a minute, let me switch my internet.
Hi, Ada, we're still waiting for you. You're muted in case you're talking.
Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? I'm talking now.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with the weather today and the internet. Okay, let me go over this again because I know we didn't hear, many of us didn't hear what I said. So I said, so for you to start Facebook marketing, you need to create a Facebook Manager account, because Facebook marketing happens on the Facebook advertising dashboard, which is Ads Manager, right? For you to create this account, you need to visit the URL business.facebook.com. So just put in the business.facebook.com on your phone or on your browser, on your laptop, wherever it is you are visiting from. Make sure you are logged into your Facebook account. That Facebook account that has your business, make sure you are logged into it. So meaning if you don't have a Facebook account for your business, then you should create one, right? So visit the URL business.facebook.com. Then click on create account, this blue button here. Just click on create account. Once you click on create account, it will ask you for some details, then you fill it, just your name, email address, and that is it, right? So after creating, you automatically come into this dashboard, right? So this is a typical ads manager. This is how it looks like. It might look like a lot to us because there are a lot of buttons, a lot of text, but trust me, this is where the magic happens. What you can do on this dashboard is really amazing. Like you can practically decide who you want to target. That's why most times people say don't boost posts. In fact, boosting of Instagram posts and boosting of Facebook posts is only for maybe page growth. It is not ideal. It is not the most effective for sales. If you are looking to make sales from Facebook ads or Facebook advertising, then you should be able to utilize your ads manager. If you are boosting posts, know that your reach is limited. In fact, you only boost posts when you want to increase followers, right? Like for an engagement kind of ad, it's very, very effective for followers and profile visit building. But for sales, ads manager is the best because you can literally target your ideal customers, put the age, put down to their behavior, like their shopping behavior, people who shop regularly, people who spend this kind of amount of money. That is how you can target. I think our third class, I'll be teaching you targeting, interest building and targeting. That's when you learn what targeting is, right? Another thing you can do on this this thing.
Sophia.
So another thing you can do if you are just if you are using ad manager is that you can run retargeting ads, right? So people that have visited your page at one point or the other, watched your video, you can show them another product. Do you understand? So let's say you did a video to show people different types of, maybe you are doing education, right? I'll teach you how to build a PPC strategy, right? So let's say your strategy is, the first thing is awareness, right? You want to teach people how to maybe you sell hair, right? And teaching them how to lay edges, right? Maybe you ran that video and the video got a lot of views and you also did promoted it on your page, did everything, right? And you got a lot of views, right? Now you want to sell wig to them. This ads manager can make you target only people that watched that your video. You cannot do this thing on Instagram. Neither can you do that on just your Facebook page. You can target people that watched that particular video and say, and maybe even in the messaging, say, oh, now that you learned how to lay edges, you can now buy this wig at 10% discount. Right, that's the magic of Facebook ads. Other things you can do is you can view your reporting. Reporting is very ideal to know what campaign is doing well, what ad is doing well, what's creative. Let's say you have 4 video ideas in your head and you don't know which one you want to use. Create those 4 videos and upload them on Facebook, right? On Facebook ads. By the time they run for 4 days at the same time, if you come back to this dashboard, you'll be able to see which of the campaigns brought more traffic. So you will now turn off the other ads that did not do well and leave that one that did well. That way you are able to see clearly which of your campaigns or which of your creatives is the winning creative. Does that make sense? Please, is there any question about what I've just said or all I've just said? Okay, let me just forge ahead. If there's a question, please drop it. So this is what your ads manager looks like, right? So once you are here, what you will now need to do is choosing your ad goal, right? You have created your business manager, and then I think I have, okay, no question yet. Okay, so you have created your ads manager and you're like, where do I start from? Don't worry, I'm going to teach you PPC ad strategy, right? So that you know where to start from. If you're coming for the first time, you have this kind of budget, what do you do and what do you not do, right? But before you can even decide on that, you need to know your objectives. Please mute your mics. You need to know what your objectives are, right? And there are 3 groups of objectives, right? So remember when I was teaching us about marketing strategy for those who attempted it, right? Please, if you've not attempted, if you've not joined your marketing strategy, after this class, go to the group and request for the material. Make sure you create your own marketing strategy. So there was something I explained. I explained that a strategy has like step by step how you want to carry your journey, your customers through the journey, right? So now you see the goal you want from like that particular campaign. At the end of the campaign, what do you want to achieve? Do you want people to watch your video? Remember I said something about running a how to lay edges campaign, right? Of course, that would be for people to probably watch your video, or you just even want to do normal brand awareness. You just want people to know about Neka's hair or Blessing's hair, right? So what goal are you going to choose? What objective? You're going to choose an awareness objective. Either you go for brand awareness or you go for reach, right? So that's just for brand awareness. So now say you have a website or you have a video, you want people to watch your video, or you want people to send you message on Instagram, or you want people to send you message on Facebook, you want people to install your app, you want people to go to your website. What you're now going to do is you're going to choose from the consideration objective. Mind you, awareness is not for sale, right? Awareness does not have a sale intent. You just want people to know about your business. That's the meaning of awareness. But now consideration has a mix of contemplation and actual conversion, meaning people who come from this objective could either at the first instance buy or consider buying. Does that make sense? So meaning if you're sending traffic to your website, you want them to go and see the website, hoping that what is on your website will convert them, right? If you want people to engage, I want people to watch your video, you want them to, the goal is for them to see your content, engage your content, and with the hope that at the end of it, they are convinced enough to buy, right? If you're doing a lead generation campaign, meaning you want people to give you their details, maybe their phone number. These are for people who run real estate, right? Because real estate, nobody's going to transfer 80 million naira to you immediately, or nobody's going to transfer 100 million naira immediately to buy a house. So you want to get their details, right? So a typical campaign objective for someone who does a real estate business, or somebody who even does hair, maybe because here you need to go to their house, home service, right? You can do an ad and say, book home service today, right? Ask them to give you their phone number. So what you do ideally is pick their phone numbers or their email and send them a message or call them. Oh, hi, you signed up to get a quote on our properties. Or hello, ma, my name is Faith. You booked an appointment for our hair, whatever, right? That's lead generation. Then messages, which is what most of us would be more interested in, would be for people to send us message on our various social media platforms, right? Exactly. So you're telling someone, buy this hair is amazing, right? You don't have a website to convert these people. The next thing you are going to do is ask them to send you message, right? Oh, hello, I want to know more about your products. Then that's where you can engage that customer and close that sale, right? So if you're a business owner, a small business owner here who doesn't have a website, where your conversion channel is either WhatsApp, Instagram, or Facebook, then this is where your campaign objective is going to stop. Does that make sense? Please, if you understand this so far, drop me some happy emojis, because to make me happy too, to increase my ginger. Emojis. Yes, fire. Love, exactly. This is the energy I'm looking for. Yes. So I'm happy that you guys are understanding this. So, but now let us take it a little further, right? Let's say you have a website or you have a physical store and you want to run for actual conversions. Remember in the beginning of the class where I said Facebook could track for $17 billion in revenue, in ad revenue, right? It was from conversions, people that have websites, right? So all you have to do is you now have to do some integrations with your websites, right? Install some pixels, install whatever it is, right? And now run for actual conversions, meaning if you are selling clothes, your ad is going to be, you're going to pay Facebook when somebody buys your clothes on your website. Unlike messages, you can pay Facebook when somebody sends you a message. Somebody sending you a message does not mean the person has bought, right? 10 people can send you messages and only one person or 2 people actually converts. It's ideal. But conversion is that you are only paying Facebook when a customer has paid. That is when you run conversion ads, right? And that way you're able to track how much it costs you to get a customer. Meaning if you're selling a cloth of 10,000 naira and then you have spent 15,000 naira before one person bought one cloth, then that ad is not performing well. But if your cloth is 10,000 naira and you use 1,000 naira to get a customer, then your cost per acquisition is perfect. That means you are making a 10 times return on ad spend. You're only paying 1,000 naira, you're getting 10 times the money. That's 1,000 in 10 places, that is 10,000. Does that make sense? I know I'm explaining this objective very well. Okay, what if you have a seller store and not a website? Okay, someone says repeat the explanation of consideration. Okay, let me answer the seller store and then answer the someone who wants me to repeat. So most times, right, your website, where your website is being hosted on, needs to allow for Facebook integration, right? I don't know if a seller store allows for Facebook integration, but sometimes they don't. Not seller, I mean like sometimes some website providers, what they just give you is a way for you to have your products, for you to be able to sell, manage, and all of that. But they don't make it easy for you to do Facebook ad integration, right? But there are some other tools. So what you have to do is you have to go and check the tool, maybe make a research how to do Facebook integration, how to install Facebook Pixel on a seller store, right? But some other website providers, there are a lot of them there, right? In fact, before you actually build your store, right, if you know that you want to run for conversion ads on your website, before you build your store, make sure that that store provider allows for Facebook integration. That is the only way you can track conversion. And trust me, if you have the best strategy, conversion is the sweetest, because you will just stay and people will be paying on your website, right? And you will not be able to, like, you don't have to do all this messaging back and forth. Ma, are you ready to buy? Do you want to purchase? And it's the best way for you to scale, but that's a discussion for another day, right? So that's for conversion. But for consideration, right? All you have to do is set up your campaign. I'm actually the person asking me to repeat consideration, right? Set up your campaign. If you want people to send you messages, right? Select the messaging objective. So this way here, reach is selected. All you just have to do is select messaging, right? The first step here. Once you come here, click on create. That's the first thing you do. Once you click on create, you see this, right? Don't worry, when we are having a practical class, we'll see how it is, but this is just the theory, right? Once you click on create, it tells you to choose a campaign objective. So if your objective is that you want customers to be sending you message on Instagram and make inquiries because you have salespeople or you yourself can close the sales, you click on messages, right? So meaning when your ads are running, people will see your ads, and if your content, your ads are compelling enough, they send you a message on either Instagram or Facebook, and what you have to do is you have to convert them, right? If your goal, let's say you're a real estate person, or you make hair, you're a service provider, you don't sell products, right? If you want people to maybe fill a form so that you can call them, right? That's lead generation, right? If you want people to watch your video, you just want people to be able to watch your video. Maybe that video, you think that the more people watch it, the more they'll be able to buy from you. Then you're going to do video views, right? If you are a software as a service provider, right, and maybe you have a mobile app, then you're definitely going to choose app install, right? If you want a particular post to get engagement, then this is what you're going to choose. But then if you want people to just visit your website for the first time, just land on the website, you feel like the content on your website, let's say like for a seller store now, right? Let's say you can't integrate, I don't know if you can, but assuming you can't integrate Facebook Pixel and you want people to buy from your website, what you're going to do is you're going to run a traffic campaign to your website, right? And hoping that when they get there, they pay, right? A way for you to be able to calculate what your cost per acquisition is that from the moment you start running the ads, if let's say 3 people bought your products, your digital products, you can now say, I spent 2,000 naira on this campaign and 3 people already have bought my digital products, right? So how much did you make from those 3 people? 10,000, right? Divided by 2,000. So that's going to tell you your cost per acquisition, but I don't want to bother us with all of that math. We'll talk about how to calculate your customer acquisition cost and your cost per acquisition later. But now we're just talking about the types of Facebook objectives. Let me see, there are 2. No, you can't choose more than one. You can't choose more than one, only one. So that is where having multiple campaigns, right? Let's say you want to run brand awareness, right? That's why I said I was going to teach us PPC. Most times, most people have a journey, right? What's the journey? They create a campaign, right, for people to watch their video or for their ads to reach a lot of people, right? Maybe it has reached 100,000 people, right? They now come, because I told you on Ads Manager, you can retarget, you can target people that watched a particular video. You now come and say you want to target only these people that watch this video. What you will now do is you select that post or do a custom audience and say, you are reaching people that have engaged with your page in the last how many days. Do you understand? So that's the only way you can now like have different campaigns. So if you need to target for different objectives, then you definitely need to have more than one campaign. So one objective per campaign. Does that make sense, Joy? Does that make sense? Any more questions before I go to the next? Okay, let me forge ahead. Okay, Joy says that makes sense. Thank you, guys. I love the questions. Please, if you have questions, ask me. I love answering questions. So so after you've chosen your campaign objective, yeah, this is just me explaining what different objectives are. No need to explain this again. I already mentioned awareness. Under awareness, you have brand and reach. Under consideration goals, you have traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, and messages. Under conversion goals, you have conversions, catalog, and store traffic. I did not talk about store traffic. Sorry, let me talk about it. So if you have a physical store, you know you can run ads to take people to your store. Most times, this is very effective for people living outside the country because they use Google Map a lot. But these days in Nigeria, you see people using Google Map, right? So you can definitely, in fact, a typical example was 2 years ago, I used to work in, I don't know how many of us here know Baby Bliss. I used to work in Baby Bliss as the digital marketer, right? 2 years or 3 years ago, as a digital marketer, they had 4 different stores, right? And so I had a campaign to drive people to those stores. In fact, I had one campaign for each of the store. So what I'll do is now that, let's say for the store on the island, I'll now run the campaign and target only people on the island and tell them, we have a cheap mom and baby store here. You can buy your mom and baby care products at a cheap rate, right? If you come physically to the store, we'll give you 10% discount, right? Get direction. And that's where you see this call to action I spoke about. Get direction. This is a store traffic campaign. So people are clicking to get directions to your store, and they follow the map to your store, right? So that's for people who are big on physical store and they want footfalls in their store. Let me see, I have 2 questions. Does engagement also mean that they get to send you a message? No, so that is not the goal you are tracking. Well, someone who has engaged your post might from there want to message you, but you can't track that goal. If you want to be able to track messages that you've got, then you need to choose the messaging option or objective, right? Someone says, so from your teaching, someone that does event decoration, lead generation is ideal. Very, very ideal, right? Apart from awareness, which is ideal for every brand should be able to run awareness campaigns, right? You'll see that in my marketing strategy. So apart from awareness, for someone who shares, who does service provider, lead generation, because nobody's going to pay you money immediately, right? Nobody's going to maybe call. They might want to call, yes, but the ideal one is tell them to probably give you their details, right? If they are interested in your service, and you reach out to them. Someone says, can you share more on physical store? So like I said, physical store is the physical store traffic is if you have a physical store and you want people to be able to come to your store. So all you have to do is create a campaign, click on the store traffic objective, put in your address, and when people see your ads, they are able to get direction to your store. Do you understand? So that button, when they click on the ad, it takes them to their Google map and say, oh, the store is around you. Probably best practice for store traffic or for physical store traffic is always make sure you are targeting people around the area. If your store is in Ikorodu, let's say your store is in Igbobo in Ikorodu, then you shouldn't do store traffic for people outside that place, because it is very, very unlikely that somebody from Anthony will drive all the way to Ikorodu to come and buy your product, right? But someone that's in that area, that Igbobo area, can easily take a bike down or maybe take a walk down to your store to buy your products. So someone says, what is catalog sales? Wow, so catalog sales is quite complicated. It's for e-commerce. So this is where all your products in your store, let's say you have 5,000 products, you upload this as a catalog on Facebook, right? You set a rule and Facebook automatically just shows, it's only for e-commerce, just automatically shows your products every day. So you don't control what products Facebook is showing. So it's like an always on campaign. I used to run it back then for the mom and baby care store. So we had about 3,000 products then, and we uploaded all of these products and told Facebook that, for this catalog campaign, we're going to be paying $10 every day. So meaning we don't care about, we're not really, the objective is not really maybe sales or, it's a conversion campaign. We are going to be tracking to see how many sales came for that campaign, but we don't operate it or we don't control it. Facebook takes the products like every day or anytime and just show the products across Facebook and Instagram. So engagement is just for awareness. No, engagement is for engagement, no awareness. If you know that most times a lot of people like their posts to have likes, right? Because most times social proof is really, really good for you, especially if you are selling a product where it's hard for people to believe you, maybe a hair growth product, and you want people to engage, maybe like your picture and maybe drop 1 or 2 comments, right? Engagement is ideal for you. You can run an engagement on that post. When it has gotten the likes you want, you now use that same post to run a conversion campaign. It's just, so engagement is for engagement. I just checked and I saw integrate seller with Facebook pixel. Exactly, that is it. So since you can integrate, so just, although I will not be teaching Facebook pixel now, I'll teach it later on if you have the time, right? That's integrating with your website and all, but that's if you have the time. But yes, if you can integrate, then you should definitely integrate that with your Facebook pixel. So if you integrating it will just mean, and I'm sure that it's going to be easy for you. It just means that you can run ads and click on conversion, right? And once you clicked on conversion, you can be able to track the number of sales that are made on your website through the Facebook ads. I'm confused though. The awareness and concentration aspects. Okay, for people who are confused about this part, I think after this class, Glory will share the video, the recording, so that you can watch this particular part. But awareness is just for people to know your business, right? Consideration is that you want them to take action. Awareness, you just want people to watch your video. Let them know that there is something like Ola's iPhone store or Ola's gadgets. But consideration, you now want them to know and do something, right? Now there is something like Ola's iPhone or Ola's gadgets. I want you to send me a message that you want to buy iPhone. Do you understand? Will these ads take effect the same way on Instagram? Yes. So the good thing about Ads Manager is that your ads show on Instagram and Facebook the same time. Unlike Instagram, if you boost your post, right, for sales, for the sake of sales, and it's only going to show on Instagram. But if you go through Ads Manager and say, oh, you want the messaging, you're choosing the messaging objective, it's going to show on Instagram and Facebook, meaning you can get messages on Instagram and Facebook through the same campaign. Does that make sense? I've already explained catalog sales. What about with a self-physical product like wares? What consideration is best? Just run messages, especially if your platform or your sales channel is on social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Run for messages, right? Because make sure your content is very good, right? And get people to message you and say, oh, I would like to know more about your product. I would like to buy your clothes. What's the price? And then you can convert the person. How many times can a new brand run brand awareness campaign? As much as you can, but just make sure that you are not spending so much money on brand awareness and leaving consideration, because the conversion is what brings money for you, right? So brand awareness is just spend. So if you have, just spend no more than 20% of your entire marketing budget, or no more than 30% of your entire marketing budget, depending on how much your marketing budget is. Because not the one that your marketing budget will be 1,000 naira or 10,000 naira or something, then 20% is just going to be 200 naira. You can't run, the least you can run for is 600 naira, right? What I'm just trying to say is that make sure you're not spending more on brand awareness and spending lesser on consideration or on conversion. Is it ideal to use products to run awareness ads, or is it better to use brand banner or logo? No, don't use brand banner or logo. Use any. In fact, most times, best practice. I like talking about best practice so that I don't beat around the bush. Best practice for brand awareness is video, a very short video that talks about what your brand does, right? Or an educational video, something that will captivate people's attention, capture their attention immediately, right? If you have a very, very clear product image, maybe, yes, you can try that. But video, do you know why video is better for brand awareness and reach? Because the metric you're going to be tracking for under awareness is going to be reach. How many people did you reach? How many impressions did you get, right? I remember when I started speaking, when they said generally in Facebook, videos tend to have 6% more reach than images. So it's going to even make your work easier. You're going to spend lesser and reach more people using video on the awareness objective. Does that make sense? Okay. Am I breaking? Someone said I'm breaking. I think it's your network, Nora. Someone said I ran advert last year December with different pictures, and I targeted people in my area, not far. But when I started getting messages of different people, they message, please, let that go wrong. It has to be your targeting. Don't worry. Towards the end of this class, for next one we're going to talking ads. I'll teach you how to target. So it's either you were targeting the wrong people. It's just maybe you didn't choose the exact location, right? And sometimes I'm going to teach you about targeting on Facebook and Instagram. People on Facebook are a different breed, right? So you need to be very, very strategic when placing your ads on Facebook. Most times when I do ads on Ads Manager, I used to take Facebook out, right? Because sometimes some people just create accounts for nothing serious. They don't even know what they are doing there. So they will not see your ads, maybe because they're in Lagos and they don't know what they're doing. They just see your ad and they want to message you. So it can be very annoying. So most times I just do Instagram, but still I'll teach you how to target the right people, even if it's on Facebook or Instagram. Just to be clear, you said for store traffic, you only pay Facebook when you make sales. Store traffic is when people get directions to your store, right? It's conversions that say you pay for the sales you make. Does not mean Facebook will not take money. So you say your daily budget is $10 every day, right? Facebook is trying to use that your $10 to optimize for sales. That is what I mean by you only pay when you make sales. But if you use $10 per day or 10,000 naira per day for consideration, Facebook is going to optimize that your 10,000 naira for messages. So it's just based on the optimization and what goal you are paying for. Does that make sense? I have a question. Can I share my screen? No, you can't share your screen. If you have like a special case, just so that I'm not taking any much more of our time, this is beyond 1 hour. So you can just message Glory or share the concern on the group and would attend to it there. Don't worry, I know this is a lot. Yeah, there's going to be a recap and you can calm down and watch it, because please watch it and understand, because tomorrow is going to be another level. We'll keep advancing until you get to create your ad, your first ad, and you learn how to optimize your ad for it to be able to convert, regardless of your consideration, your conversion or your objective or goal. Yeah. So let's move forward. I think okay. So yeah. So things for you to note when creating your campaign, right? After you've chosen your objective, the next thing you need to do is to name your campaign, right? I always talk about naming because it's very easy for you to know, right? Most times you are naming your campaign based on the objective. If you're running a brand awareness campaign, then your campaign should be, Ola's store, brand awareness. If you're running a conversion campaign, then it should be Ola's conversion. Please, can you mute your mics? If you're running a messaging campaign, then it could be Ola's store messaging campaign. So it just helps you know, especially for people that want to run more than one campaign, you know which campaign, not that you now enter and start looking at the message. No, by the time you come to your ads manager, you know that, this is the awareness campaign. This is where I use the video. The second one, this is messaging campaign. This is one where I use the image that says, send us a message. So stuff like that, right? Set your budgets and your schedule. Budgeting is a different ball game, right? But first, you need to choose the page you promote. We'll learn all of that when we've connected our pages and all of that, right? Then you either set a monthly or a daily budget for your Facebook ad campaign, and then determine when you want your Facebook to start, right? So all of those things you see when we are doing a practical course, you are able to say, I want to run this ad for just 1 week. So you set a start and end date. You can say for that 1 week, I want to spend only 5,000 naira. You also do the same, right? Yeah, and then you can also choose the page you want to promote. Then after that, you choose your audience in build your target audience based on gender, age, location, and language. Once you've got a broad sense of your ad reach, you can customize your audience based on users' behavior and interest to improve their chances of reaching the right people. So that's why it's very important, always important for us to follow these classes. If you are following this class, our classes, and you've done the marketing strategy, then you should know who your ideal audience are. You should know their age. Why we ask you to do that thing is because if you want to run things like Facebook ad, you can go back to your marketing strategy and say, my ideal customers are ladies from 24 to 35, right? And you put that on Facebook. So I want to target only ladies in Nigeria or in Lagos from 24 to 38 years, people who are entertainers, people who have interest in entertainment, people who are fashionistas, people who are mothers. So you can choose this particular type of audience. Then after you've chosen your audience, you select your ad placement. So remember when I said you can choose to show your ad only on Instagram, and you can choose to show it on Facebook and Instagram. That is where ad placement is, right? Most times, if you are just starting, it's always ideal for you to do an automatic placement. But if you know what you want, then you should definitely determine where you want to show your campaign. When we go into the practical, that's sharing of screen, then you'll be able to see you will be able to see what placements, how you can change between Facebook and Instagram. Then so yeah, once you have done all of this, so the 5 steps are choosing your objective, choose your audience. After choosing your audience, you choose your objective, name your campaign, set your budget, choose your audience, select your ad placement, and then you create your Facebook ads. But again, this is the theory part. You would see it on the live dashboard when we start ad creation and all. So I'll be teaching us, I'll just go through tips for creating Facebook ads, right? Please pay attention to this. So the first tip to get the most from your Facebook ads would be that first impressions matter. So use quality, high resolution images or videos for every ad, right? Remember when I was saying something about when I taught us content marketing, the first few seconds of your ad matters. The very first 2 to 5 seconds, that's if you're using a video, right? If you're using an image, the quality of your image, the color, the background, if it's a product, how clear that image is matters on how much of how much attention you're going to get from your viewers or your audience. Then highlight your value proposition clearly and avoid overly busy, cluttered graphics. We're going to talk about that later. But you see some people, like I said, when you're running carousel, you go and carry everything and put because you want to spend small money under one ad. That's penny wise, pound foolish, right? You should be able to hammer on your value proposition. What are you selling, right? Make sure you don't put too much information, maybe on one image. Like I said, you want to do digital marketing course. You know, right, on the image, you now write everything. We offer paid ads, offer this, that. Before you know it, there are like 10 lists on the same image. Nobody's going to read that, right? Either you make it a carousel and make it straight to the point. You see 1, 2, 3. Very easy for you to see, right? The third thing is keep your call to action, CTA, highly visible and compelling to grab a user's attention. Your call, remember what I spoke about call to action. Your objective determines your call to action. If you want people to message you, then your call to action is going to be send message, right? If you want people to shop, this is going to be shop now, right? That's if you're doing a conversion. If you want people to download your app, install now. Engage is going to be visit profile or something, or like, I don't know. Engage, I don't really know the call to action, but you don't need any call to action. But if you're running a traffic, then you want people to go to your page, then learn more, right? If you want, if you are doing a service, if you're a service provider, right, for people who want people to book, do book now. Once they click on book now, they're going to see they're going to see a form for them to give you their email and their phone numbers, right? So be very clear on your call to actions. Make sure your call to action correlates with what message you have on your image. What about sales? Shop now. Sales, shop now. Even if it is, most times, if you're running a messaging objective, right, you can even use shop now because you can't run conversion. So use shop now. And once they click on shop now, it sends a message, right? Make sure that your auto message, or this auto response, once they click on it, there's already a message you have drafted. I'll show you how to do that. So it just says, you just say, oh, hey, I want to buy products, I want to make inquiries. But do you know what call to action does for you? A clear call to action determines if your user wants to take the action or not, right? Because if you say send a message, someone who doesn't want to buy might just be sending you a message just for sending sake. But if the person sees shop now, they know that if I click this button, it means I want to buy. So the only people who will click that button, or the most people who will click that button, will be people who want to buy. Does that make sense? Same goes for service providers. If you want to book an appointment, right? People who click on book now are people who are serious about booking appointments. So your call to action is very, very important. Very, very important. What's the other one? Bring your products to life by showing people using them in your video ads. We've spoken about this in different use cases. When we're teaching social media marketing, when I was teaching content marketing, if we attended Ifebejide's classes, right, on how to make better sales, we spoke about using user-generated content, right? People showing, not even just user-generated content, sorry, showing how to use your products, right? If you are selling, like the wig now, you show people how to lay their frontals. Let's say you sell frontal wigs, and you're showing people how to lay their frontals with that wig. By the time you finish laying, it's looking very fine. Someone want to buy that wig. Do you understand? So bring your products to life by showing people using them in your video ads. Include user-generated content where appropriate, to build a sense of community. That's testimonial. If someone has used your product, if someone has learned something from your brand, if someone has, if you are making hair and you've done hair for somebody, right? Just like the lady who does makeup, right? That is a perfect user-generated content. You have done the makeup and then you are showing people, this is what I have done with my own hand. So if you want something like this, then I can definitely get it to you. I have some questions. Is it the same way you run Facebook ads you do for Instagram too? Or once you use Facebook Manager, it runs automatically? Yes, if you use Facebook ads, it runs on Facebook and Instagram, depending on your ad placement. So you need to choose if you want it to run on Facebook and Instagram, or you want it to run on only Instagram. Make your videos and image vertical so that they display properly on mobile device. We already know that one. Don't turn your image upside down so that people will not bend their head to look at it. Make sure it is straight and it has like the perfect dimensions. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of today's class. Tomorrow I'm going to be teaching us about audiencing, right? Choosing the right audience. We already spoke about audience in the marketing strategy, right? But I would do the theoretical part, how to choose the right audience, and choosing the right objective. I already spoke about choosing the right objective. So now choosing the right audience, right? How to search for audience, how to know which, and even platform placements. After tomorrow would give us probably a day or two to watch these videos, assimilate it, and probably take our assessments, right? So I think take home for me would be, if you don't have a Facebook page, then go and create a Facebook page. Just go to, if you have a normal Facebook account, a personal account, create a business page under that, right? If you don't, create a new Facebook page, facebook.com. Just keep it busy, right? Put your picture and all of that. Just keep it running. So that when we now start the practical class of having a business manager, we can all follow, because I don't want anybody to drag us down. We'll be very fast for the sake of people. Yeah, let me see. Is there all the settings on Facebook work same for Instagram? One needs to set up different. No, so once you, don't worry, we're going to teach you how to connect your Instagram to your Facebook page, right? That's a very, very sometimes be difficult, but we'll try to make that easy for you. So once you have connected your Instagram to your Facebook page, then you can run on both accounts. You don't need to start doing, but there are some cases people also prefer to use, not prefer, they use both. So for me, sometimes I use both. Do you know why? When I'm doing an on page, that's like boosting on Instagram, the sole aim for me is to grow my followers, not for sales, not for awareness, nothing. Just for people to visit my profile and follow me, right? Because it just somehow works like magic. But then if I'm running on ads manager, then that means I want to make sales, I want to generate leads, I want to build awareness, right? I want to do the real, like I'm ready for the real deal, not just followers or engagement. So sometimes I just have very low spend on page Instagram ads. Then Facebook ads manager is where most of the magic happens. My voice is already cracking, and this class will be 1 hour, but now it's 1 hour 30 minutes. So please go back to this video. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have another class tomorrow. If you have any questions, drop it on the group. I gave an assignment, which is, if you don't have a Facebook page, go and create a Facebook page. We are going to share this video, and I think we're also going to share some resources for you to read up on, so that tomorrow when we start talking, we won't be lost. Yes, I was going to say, if you get value from this class, then please, I want to know your thoughts. Just drop your thoughts in the comment section, so that I know people that understood what we just said. Welcome. Thank you. Thank everyone for joining. Let me go and drink water. Then tomorrow we'll meet again. Glory, over to you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I learned a lot myself, and I'm very sure I'm talking for a lot of people here. So I'll be sharing, the replay will be available. Don't worry, for those that were not able to join at the beginning, or those that missed one part or the other due to the hiccups with the network. I would upload this video on our drive and share with everybody. Hopefully network permits me to upload this completely by the end of today. If not, by tomorrow the video will be available. Okay, I think that does it. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much for your time. Have a lovely night. We are meeting tomorrow again by 6 p.m. Of course, I will give more information on that on the group for the second part of this class. But then more information will be passed on the group. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Bye. Bye, guys.